podcast. This is the spiritual podcast where we talk about enlightening ideas. And today we have Pippa on the show. What are we going to talk about? Absolutely nothing. That's what we always talk about. And yeah, Pippa, welcome to the show. How are you doing?
Thank you, Shiva. I had a wonderful day. I cried a lot. My emotion and mind finally started shifting into a direction that I like again. So that's pleasant. And I reorganized my room a bit, which was fun. And I feel my energy returning after wasting it. So yes, that's me. How are you today?
Very good. I had some things to share with you after our call yesterday or the day before yesterday. And it is that I have experienced losing my energy in various ways, very specifically on the time of the new moon or the full moon. Full moon, new moon, mostly full moon. Why? Because that's when the energies are the most intense. And when energy gets intense, you suddenly feel like I have to do something. I have to let this go, or I have to start to break myself open, or something needs to happen. It's too uncomfortable. And the tendency to think is, oh, well, if I just do something that's pleasant or fun, or I release some energy in this way, then all this will go away. All this pressure will go away. You're uncomfortable with the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And it's totally fine to be uncomfortable with the pressure unless you're a spiritual being on the spiritual path. In that case, you gotta continue on with the pressure. You gotta stay strong with the pressure.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to meet the pressure head on. So allow all the pressure to build in you and yeah. So once that pressure comes in, something totally, it's an uncomfortable process to build that pressure, but when it peaks, something else can come in and yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. So what are your thoughts on this?
It's an uncomfortable process at times, and at the same time, it's amazing to have a lot of energy, and you can just see how it shifts your perception. Like I really noticed the difference from last week, and then from the point where I kind of lost that energy, but the way my mind works and how easily I can take a step back from it. Same thing with emotions and body is just completely influenced by how much energy or prana there is. And so I'm kind of craving to build it up again as fast as possible. And what I also noticed is that specifically this full moon, I really got lost in my emotions, and that was also a big trigger to uh, to do the things that I did. Like it was a very emotional process somehow, and protesting aspects of myself, protesting triggers in others, protesting the world and the spiritual path even. So that's something that I feel humbled by today. The fact that my emotions don't matter that much. And that it's very, like, now that I see myself in the past getting caught up in them and how deeply I went in there, that's very, like it pulls you into a completely different reality to sometimes, or at least my emotions. I think maybe for some people it's less strong, but I tend to have quite deep emotional experiences, and I'm really learning how to have them and also not have them, or also be able to distance myself from them.
Yeah, I don't know what it's like to be a spiritual seeker as a woman or as a girl because I'm not one. if you haven't noticed. And I'm always curious to hear and see how girls talk about their emotions, because it's common knowledge that women experience emotions much stronger than men. And that's great. So I don't really know what advice to give you in terms of that aspect of life. But I see you as, you asked me yesterday or the day before yesterday what motivates me to keep on talking to you, or why do I talk to you? What do I get out of it? And there are many reasons. Part of it is money, part of it is making content, money, content. Part of it is helping you. And another big one is that I see huge potential in you. For what? To be a spiritual teacher, to be a spiritual leader. You have the wisdom, and also you're gaining the competence to help lots of people. So that's just the natural thing to do, is to help a person like this. And also, you're going to get enlightened on the stream. Okay? You're going to be live streaming one day, recording these podcasts, and
Boom. Yeah, I've thought about that too, or have a suspicion. That'd be really cool.
yeah. So after that happens, make sure you credit me and give the proper respect where it's due, because people are asking, "Wait, where's your evidence? Where's your..." So you,
I'm the living evidence. See it happening now.
yes, 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 yes. And make sure you have a halo glowing around you so it's obvious.
Yes. I think if you start watching at the very beginning of the videos that I posted 2 months ago, there's already something to be seen in terms of transformation. And that's something that I'm very grateful for and that you have installed. So Shiva is a true guy. Listen to what he says. I do it and it helps me. Even though I sometimes protest him as well, I know that in the long run, he's wise. And it's wise to be in his presence. So yeah.
Thank you very much. Somebody in the chat is asking, Mr. Updates, how to get inner peace. You stop eating dead bodies, dead animals' bodies. You'll get a lot of inner peace. Stop confusing your life. Stop mixing with life. Just leave your life alone. The natural state of mind is peace.
And
Yeah.
look at your childhood trauma.
Oh, yeah.
And realize that every trigger is an invitation to look inside of yourself.
Yes, absolutely. That's wise advice. Very valuable. Somebody says, I haven't eaten meat in a decade. Shout out to you, Vlad. Really good. So what else? Yeah, you're gonna get enlightened on the stream. I've seen people do this. My friend Rohan, Krishna Rohan, the person that built my website, my good friend, now my business partner. I saw this happen to him. Maybe one day I'll get on camera with him and I'll talk to him. But he paid me for a one-on-one consultation, and I spoke with him literally every day. And I liked speaking to him. I liked talking to him. He was a nice guy and still is. And then one day I was telling him something. I think I told him to close his eyes and meditate. And I told him, buddy, you need to open up the coffin and go inside today, right now. And I saw him shift. I saw his energy shift. I saw he saw this. I saw he saw the end of the world. I'm like, that's it. He's like, what? No, this can't be it. And after a few days and months progress, and he finally realized that he broke his mind, or he broke free from his ego, or detached from his mind or mentality, whatever he did, it happened. So that's what we call self-realization. Enlightenment is a different thing.
But it's strange for me to think that you can have self-realization and only realize it a couple of months or days after.
Yeah. I didn't realize until many days went by. I was like, what's going on with me? I'm feeling a little bit woozy every day. Things feel so simple and easy. And then I started paying attention more, and I realized, oh, okay, I did it. I have realization now. I realize it's so simple. Oh, it's like a realization. Yeah, if you're not so well versed in this area of life or this aspect, spirituality, it might take you a few days, weeks, months to figure out what happened to you. So once you get knocked on the head, it could take you a while. But somebody like me, if you're in front of me, I'll tell you right away, hey, buddy.
It happened.
Yeah.
So for you, there is a definite way to make sure this is yes or this is no in
Yes.
someone else.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah. Rohan was insisting that he's not enlightened, or this word enlightenment doesn't do it. He was insisting that nothing happened because no fireworks blew out of his head. No special magical powers came to him. No God came to him and said, oh, you're now special. He just realized, oh, this life ends in death. And that's all that there is to it. That's all that it is. It's a realization of that all life ends in death. And that's it. Life becomes so simple and easy. So I hope to get you on the show, Rohan. Hopefully you get to watch this video. Shout out to you.
So, how would you define enlightenment?
Yeah, this word is very elusive. Well, if there's any person that's enlightened as sadhguru, I'm not really sure how Miriam describes enlightenment, but she has something. Enlightenment or not, I don't know. She's in light or connected to God. How would I describe enlightenment? Well, the only thing that really matters is mastering your energy, mastering your chakras. That's how I would describe enlightenment. Or when your crown chakra is fully blossomed. Has mine blossomed? I don't think so. I think it's more of, a hole has been made and I have access to it.
Hmm.
It's like an open road. I can go in and out, or back and forth, up and down. Yeah. Enlightenment is more of an energy
And
mastery.
a fully blossoming crown chakra, would that mean that you're in all the time? If you say I can go in and out and it's open, that
Interesting.
there's like a live stream constantly happening from there.
Yeah, I think when this does happen, natural energy wants to pull you up and wants to take you out of this body and go up. That's why Sadhguru says that most enlightened beings leave their body when this happens. You don't want to leave your body, you want to stay nice and healthy and alive. So then there's tricks the yogis use, like put things on their head and turbans and wrap their hair with various things. So I started doing that. It helps. It helps if you're enlightened or not. But I'm not quite sure what this process is. But I'm yet to blossom my crown chakra fully. It's going to be great. Yeah, so I think,
Also,
yeah, go ahead.
I watched a video by Teal Swan once in which he says that there's two enlightenments. And the primary one she calls, I think it's just self realization. And the secondary one is more about the collective consciousness and seeing that uh, if consciousness is one thing, then unless everyone or every single thing in the universe gets self realization, that there is no such thing as being fully enlightened.
Hmm.
What do you think about that?
I don't want to comment on that. I don't know. There's lots of things that have been said, very contradictory things. I don't know.
Hmm.
But what I can say for sure is that what I want is what Sadhguru has. He has enlightenment, or he has something, because light is shining from his body, and she's just magnificent and magical. I've not seen anyone better than that. Nobody. That's what I want.
Hmm.
Okay, my friends. I think this is it. This is the end of our podcast. If you have any questions in the comments, feel free to donate a super chat. Otherwise, we shall end the stream here. Okay, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day. Bye.